For items A through C, choose yes or no to show whether putting the number 9 in the box would make the equation true. So there are three different ways we can approach these problems. We may just know it. We may simply know that the answer is the answer. We may need to use a pattern to figure out the problem, or we could use some sort of strategy to figure this out. So for A, we're going to use the know-it pattern. We're just going to do the know-it pattern. And so we were to rewrite the problem as 19 minus a number in the box, and that number is 9. And so 19 minus 9 we know is equal to 10. Well, that is equal to 10 right here, but it's saying in the problem is that it's equal to 6. Well, we know that's not true. So this first one is going to be no. For B, we're going to use a pattern to solve it. We're going to use a pattern. And so for B, we're going to go 8 times 9, that's what was in the square, is equal to what number? Well, we know that when you multiply a number by 9, the first number is always 1 less than the number you're multiplying by. So in this case, 8 minus 1 is 7. And then you figure out what number plus 7 is equal to 9? Well, in this case, that number is 2. And so we would put that number here, or our answer is 72. And this is our nifty nines pattern. And that's a pattern that you can learn off of the multiplication charts. Now for C, we're going to use a strategy. We are going to use a strategy for C. And so on C, we're going to do 7 times 9, because that 9 was what was in the square, that box, and we're going to figure out what that's equal to. Well, we can do two problems right here. We can break this down to 5 times 9, and we might already know that 5 times 9 is 45. And then we can also do 2 times 9 is equal to 18. And so a lot of times we already know our 5s and we know our 2s. And so if we were to add 45 plus 18, we get the number 63. So that answer is 63. So for C, 7 times 9 right here does equal 63. So that's a yes. Let's go back to B. We figured out that 8 times 9 is 72. Should be a 72. So 8 times 9, right here we have a 9. 8 times 9 is 72. So B does not work. And we know that and so we'll put a no over here. And on A, we already have figured out. So there you go, 3 ways that we can figure out these types of problems for our fluency. We can either know it, we can use a known pattern, or we can come up with a strategy. This is one way you can solve these problems. You might have another way. As long as you know how it works and it can explain it to others, it's a good way to solve a problem.